I think like I finally know I'm getting really healthy when dates and dark chocolate is starting to taste like chocolate cake. Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the animal-based diet. This isn't really like an educational video. I'm not here to educate you on the animal-based diet. I'm just here to talk about my experience trying out the animal-based diet and sort of like what I learned, what I would recommend. Is the animal-based diet actually worth it? Is it legit? Is it just another fad? Is it just another trend? And so we're gonna unwrap that all here today. All right, y'all, so here I have 8 ounces of ribeye, 2 fried eggs, honey on top, cantaloupe, and dates. Animal-based at its finest right here. Bro, that looks so good. I forgot to season my steak. Put a little electrolytes all over everywhere. This is so good. Like, I want to keep doing this. Like, animal-based, this might be my new lifestyle. This is so good. Maybe I should finish eating this and then talk about it. I don't know. And like my fried eggs, wow, today it was probably the best animal-based meal I've made in like the whole 2 weeks I've been doing this. So I've been trying the animal-based diet for, I want to say, like a week and a half, and I haven't been super duper strict with it. So I was originally just doing mainly like whole foods, and then I sort of switched over to being like, all right, I really want to give this animal-based diet a shot. So I went to the meat store and I got a bunch of like organs and stuff, because you're supposed to eat like organs, I guess. So, and then I got chicken heart, which I've never had these in my life, but so I have not actually eaten the organs yet. I haven't even had the liver yet, which is like basically you're supposed to eat like half an ounce of liver every single day. I haven't even tried that yet. Today I actually did make liver for the first time, so I'm going to introduce that into my diet next week. But until then, let me just tell you a little bit about it. So the animal-based diet was designed by Paul Saladino. Yes, I can finally say his last name now. And Paul Saladino is this 45-year-old doctor who lives in Cuba, and he basically is all about, he has eczema, I guess, and which I actually have eczema too. So that was another thing that interested me about it, because I feel like not a lot of adults have eczema. It's more of like a kid thing, and then you grow out of it. But I do have eczema, so I was like, okay, autoimmune disease, the animal-based diet is supposed to solve that. Apparently he's really against like green leafy vegetables, and he's kind of against like the societal norms for health. So he's into like red meats, eating all of the animal, and he's sort of opposed to all plant-based foods other than fruits. So basically the animal-based diet is composed of, there's like a whole calculator for it for each person. Most people, you're supposed to eat like a whole entire pound of meat, preferably red meat, every single day, and then you're supposed to include like half an ounce of liver, and then you're supposed to include like all parts of meat, so like organs and everything like that. I know it sounds kind of crazy. And then you're also supposed to eat eggs, raw dairy, which I have not tried the raw dairy yet. I don't even know like where I would get it. I haven't really like looked for it, just because I'm like, is it like super important? I don't think I'm like that invested in the animal-based diet yet to get into raw dairy quite yet. But fruits, and then there's some fruits that are like vegetables, like squashes. So then there's like zucchini. I've been eating a lot of spaghetti squash, and then there's dairy products. I do cottage cheese, yogurt, skim milk. It's not more so like what you can't eat, but more so what you can eat, because it's a very like limited palette. But honestly, I've been really into it. So I've been eating a lot of grass-fed ground beef. I make bananas on the stove and I put it in the ground beef, which I saw that on YouTube, like a bunch of people are doing that, and dude, it is actually fire. Like, it is so good. It sounds like kind of weird if you've never done it, but it is actually so fire. So there's that. And then I've been doing ground beef and spaghetti squash. I put a little marinara sauce on it. I guess that's technically not animal based, but I feel like, I mean, because it's processed, but technically like tomatoes are a fruit, and fruit is on the animal-based diet. So, and then I'll put Parmesan cheese on it. Parmesan cheese is also really big. I'm not entirely sure why Parmesan cheese specifically. It's apparently really good. For dessert, I'll do like dates and dark chocolate. I think Paul Saladino, I'm not sure his thoughts on dark chocolate, but I've seen a lot of people do dark chocolate on the animal-based diet. So I've been incorporating it because I really like it. And dude, literally like dates and dark chocolate is starting to taste way too much like chocolate cake to me. Like, I'm such a sweet tooth foodie. Like, I love chocolate cake, and like, I don't know, dates and dark chocolate is starting to like be very high tier for me. So I think I'm getting a little bit, I think like I finally know I'm getting really healthy when dates and dark chocolate is starting to taste like chocolate cake. And then some people will do like Parmesan cheese and dates, or like butter and dates. I haven't really tried that yet, but dates are a staple. You're not supposed to eat a lot of vegetables, obviously, so you get your fiber from the fruit. So there's apples, dates, bananas. Oh my gosh, I got the best cantaloupe yesterday from Walmart. It was a Walmart pickup order, and sometimes the produce isn't super good with them. It was so fire. Oh my gosh. And then there's this girl that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Logan, and she is an online coach, very heavy on the animal-based diet. So I follow her, and she's really into like ribeyes. She like makes a lot of content about how she like eats ribeyes every day. So I've been trying to implement that. Ribeyes are definitely more expensive, especially if you're gonna try to do grass-fed. I don't know if I'm gonna do grass-fed ribeyes moving forward. Definitely the grass-fed ground beef is attainable, but it's kind of hard to find grass-fed ribeyes that aren't like super expensive, because they're kind of expensive. But if you think about it, an average person who spends a lot of money on fast food, this is like less expensive than going out to eat or getting fast food. Like, think about a McDonald's meal. That's gonna be like $12 for a whole meal. This is a whole meal, and it's $11. So that is a little background sort of on the animal-based diet. Now, if you guys have not watched my video that I posted last week, you should definitely check that out. It's a very sort of low edited, just a vlog about me sort of trying the animal-based diet for the very first time, just kind of my thoughts on it. But here's kind of, I'm still experimenting with it, so I don't have a whole lot to say, but here are my thoughts so far. It's been a couple weeks, and honestly, I really like it so far. It's not something I've definitely researched a lot about it, but I wouldn't say I'm educated on it enough to educate other people about it, if that makes sense. But what I will say is, it seems like animal-based products, especially red meat, have a lot of nutrients. I've never, I was off red meat. I mean, people didn't really, red meat wasn't really in a couple years ago. So I have been living off of chicken, egg whites, fish, lean fish for years. And that was just my main diet was chicken. But Paul Saladino, the animal-based guy, he says chicken is not very good because the way that they're fed, they're just kind of dirty. I really, I'm not the person to be educating other people about it, but basically the way chickens are, the nutrients in chicken is very minimal, whereas the nutrients in a grass-fed steak is super high. There's also a lot of more toxins, I guess, in chicken. So anyway, I've been avoiding chicken, just been doing red meat, which is crazy. That already is night and day compared to how I used to eat for so long. I also used to eat oatmeal every single day. You guys know this. I was an oatmeal obsessed queen, and I have not been eating oatmeal, which is crazy. So one thing I will say is, honestly, yeah, breakfasts are night and day. I do eggs now. I do eggs with cottage cheese. Sometimes I'll do some turkey sausage or chicken sausage or something, and then maybe some avocado, and then I'll do some fruit, so a banana or something for carbs. It has just been night and day. I used to eat oatmeal, and I definitely just need a snack immediately after this. It's just so filling and satiating. Even if I have similar amount of calories, it's just so much more satiating because of all the animal fats in it and stuff. And then you have the fiber from the fruit, and it's not carbs that are just gonna spike your blood sugar and then you get hungry right after. So I feel my blood sugar levels are a lot more stable. I also have been implementing fasting, so I talked about it a little bit about kind of how I eat. So I mainly just eat, honestly, 2 big meals during the day, and then I'll do maybe 1 or 2 very small snacks if I'm super hungry. But other than that, I spend a lot of time fasting. I would say probably 15 to 18 hours a day fasted, and my eating window is usually around 6 hours, I would say. So I've been really liking that. I feel when I am not eating 24/7 constantly, I feel a lot more alert and focused and energized, and it's just not a distraction. It's I feel I used to eat little snacks all the time. Now I just eat 2 massive meals that are super animal based, have so much animal protein, animal fat, and just super nutrient dense, and I just feel I'm not super snacky throughout the day. So I'm loving that. I've also been experimenting with calories. So when I first started about last week, I was all right, I'm gonna continue to track my macros, track literally everything, weigh everything, but I'm not going to restrict my calories at all, because I had been eating a certain number of calories for, I would say, about a month, and that was my deficit, but I was not losing weight. So I was all right, this is not a deficit and which is scary to me. I mean, I think maybe I was slowly losing weight. You don't want to stay in a deficit for too long, because then it it's not a deficit anymore. And I was like really nervous about that. I was like, I just feel like I'm hungry all the time. I was eating this low amount of calories, which is actually pretty high for people who are actually dieting, just because my metabolism is pretty fast. But to me, compared to how I normally eat, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like literally starving. And I was just hungry all the time. I switched to animal-based and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry, but it's only gonna be animal-based food. So I'm gonna eat meat, fruit, dairy, just the animal-based. The first week, I was honestly eating these ribeyes, which is filled with fat. Ribeyes are very, if you don't know, ribeyes are very, very fatty. They're the fattiest cut of steak and they're very calorie dense. And so just incorporating those into my diet was like, shoot, that was like doubling my calories. But I was like, all right, I'm just gonna give it a shot and see what happens. And y'all, my calories went up every single day. They were way higher than they've been in a month. And I was losing weight. Like, I would wake up feeling so like morning skinny, more than I have been feeling on my calorie deficit this entire time. And y'all, it's literally like, I don't know, something in those ribeyes. I don't know, man. But I love it. I love the feeling of just being able to eat a big meal and not feeling bloated after. Like, I will literally eat a pound of grass-fed ground beef with like half a cantaloupe and I just feel like not bloated, not overly full, and I just feel like super energized throughout the day. I'm not hungry throughout the day. There's a major difference between drinking a protein shake that has 43 grams of protein and then eating an entire steak that has 43 grams of protein. Obviously the steak has a whole lot of fat in it, so that's obviously gonna have more calories and just keep you fuller because fat keeps you fuller. But it's not even about that. It's just about the nutrient quality of like the meat versus just like drinking a quick like whey protein or even like skim milk or something. There's just a vast difference between where you get your protein and how your body uses it and digests it and how it aids in muscle recovery. But honestly, I'm feeling great. It's nice. I love vegetables, but it is nice not having to like worry about incorporating vegetables. I don't know. I think I'm gonna like go back to I'll give it another week of not eating vegetables at all. Y'all, I had a salad the other day and that was like the first vegetable I've had in a couple weeks, which is crazy. I used to like freak out. I would be like, oh my gosh, if I didn't eat a vegetable today, like I'm the most unhealthy person in the world. But I'm just like giving this a shot, focusing on fruit. I've been doing spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is so good. You have to get a good one though, or you have to make it right. I feel like it's like the more you cook it, the better they end up turning out. Everything's very experimental. In cooking, I never look up recipes. I didn't even look up how to cook a steak. I just threw that thing on the stove. Luckily, I like my steak extra rare, so I just kind of like put it on the stove for a second. But my eggs have been getting so good. Like today was probably the best eggs I've ever made. They turned out so fire. Like my new favorite thing is scrambled eggs and cottage cheese. It's so good because you can take it on the go. I put it in a little glass to-go container and take it with me. I'm going to meal prep that for this coming week because I have to work all week. But you just whisk up the eggs and cottage cheese in, and then you pour it in the pan. Dude, I've gotten so good at making eggs. That's the beauty of the animal-based diet, is there's only like a few things you can eat, so you get really good at eating them. But yeah, that just goes back to the simplicity. Like simple, whether you're animal-based or just trying to eat like whole foods or eat healthier, simple is key, guys. We all want to like overcomplicate things. Everybody's over here being like, what do I make for dinner? I'm gonna Pinterest healthy meal ideas. And then like people I know in real life, like I'm not gonna name names, but there be people, they buy each ingredient that it says on their Pinterest recipe and then pour it in like measuring cups to get the exact amount. Y'all, just simplify it. Start with a meat, add a vegetable, or if you're animal based, don't add a vegetable. Add some fiber, add a little carb, and there you go. If you're doing a fatty meat, you don't need to add fat. If you're doing a lean meat, add some fat, avocado. I mean, heck, add avocado anyway. For the animal-based diet also, your macro ratio, it's supposed to be like half fat and then like 30% protein and then like 20% carbs. So have I been following that? Sort of. I'm still used to eating a lot more carbs, so my carbs have been a little bit more than that, but I have been following it relatively and it's been great. Yeah, I feel like my blood sugar is just a lot more stable. I'm a lot less hungry. I'm more focused, more energized, and it honestly has just simplified my life a lot. I just make my ground beef, mix it with my bananas, and bam, there we go. I've been losing weight. This week, I've been trying to stick to my macros a little bit more. So like last week, I was like, all right, I just want to see what happens. And I was feeling, oh guys, I do want to mention, I have never been more shredded. Oh, I am literally the most shredded I have ever been. What? Be for real. In my life. Like, it was actually crazy. I woke up one morning and I felt like, oh my gosh, I literally ate more yesterday than I have in so long. I had like a whole steak, this and that. But I don't know. It's like, I guess it just takes your body so many calories to digest steak, I guess, that you'll be shredded the next morning. Like, I literally have never, I looked in the mirror and I was like, who is that? And I haven't even cut out artificial sweeteners yet. Maybe you should give it a shot. Let me talk a little bit about the budget of it. Is eating healthy more expensive? Question of the century. You're going to be paying for your health one way or another. I would rather pay in preventative health by eating healthy. You can either choose to invest in your health now, or you'll be forced to invest in your health later. So I would rather choose to invest in my health now. So that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is and Paul Saladino, the animal-based king, has posted some videos about how to do the animal-based diet in $15 a day. So many people I know, spend $15 a day on fast food or more. Even buying fast food every other day and eating at home every other day, it's still gonna be like $15 a day. Unless you're already super budgety with your food, which me personally, I sort of was. I would get definitely all the cheapest stuff and I wouldn't eat out a lot for a long time. I mean, which I used to be super budgety with my food. I wouldn't eat out a lot. I would very meticulously look at the price per pound for like everything, and like I was pretty budgety with it. If you budget correctly, the animal-based diet is very doable. I mean, if you're actually animal-based and not just doing whole foods, then you're not going to be buying vegetables, so that's an added expense that you're not doing. You're not going to be eating as much food, so that's cheaper. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's a big thing. It's like you're eating a few eggs, say 4 eggs a day, a pound of meat a day. You can get a pound of grass-fed ground beef 90/10, and it's like $6, and then each egg is like, I don't know, $2, so then that's like $10, and then add like a couple bananas, and bananas are like 50 cents, so what, you're at like $12 a day. Like, it's so simple. We overdo everything and make it super like complicated, and it's not complicated. So anyway, there's a whole lot more that I could talk about, but that's all I'm going to talk about today. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have not already watched the video that I posted last week, definitely don't forget to check that video out. It's just a vlog where I go through my experience doing the animal-based diet. Definitely check that out. And if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and join the family. I make faith, fitness, and lifestyle content, and I would love to see you guys next week. Please comment down below if you would ever be interested in trying the animal-based diet. And also, a little shameless self-promo, I did recently get my personal training certification, and so I am now taking online clients. I'm going to be doing a half off for my first 10 clients. So if you would be interested in getting one-on-one coaching with me, where I give you an outline nutrition plan, not animal-based, it is whatever sort of food you want to eat, outlined and customized to you and your preferences, as well as a fully personalized workout program, definitely click the link down below and you can fill out an online application for a free consultation. Thank you guys so much for your support, your comments, and your likes, and your subscribing. It really helps my channel. So if you want to support me and my channel, definitely leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.